What up, what up? What's the B word, man? I'm Anthony Addison with another segment of What's the B word. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit me up on Instagram, What's the B word 52, just like you see on YouTube. Hit me up on Facebook, What's the B word. And you can hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. And y'all already know what's going on with me, baby. Like I said before, I got the Ray Lewis throwback on today, baby. But y'all know, Baltimore Raven fan, Raven Nation stand up. Flock, let's get it. And if you're not a Raven fan, you might be a fan of whoever. Hit the subscribe button anyway. Hit the like button anyway, because we talk football, period, baby. But anyway, reason why we're here today, and this wasn't necessarily just like a mailbag question that was that someone asked me anything like that. I shared a post on Facebook, and it was saying who was better, Randy Moss or Terrell Owens. And everybody was just going at it up under their comment section and stuff like this. So I was like, let me drop a video and say how I feel about it. Since I'm doing this YouTube thing and stuff like that. So I just wanted to drop a video and say how I feel about it and who I think. I'm not going to say who is better because, both of them was great. Both of them were great. But I'm going to reword it. If I was to have a team and I wanted to pick somebody, who would I pick? I say it in that way. If I had a team and I wanted to pick somebody, who would I pick? So right now, let's go through the statistics and stuff like that with these two guys. Their numbers are very close and identical. T.O. had 1,078 receptions. Randy Moss had 982 receptions. T.O. had 15,934 yards. Randy Moss had 15,292 yards. Randy Moss had 15.6 yards per reception. T.O. had 14.8 yards per reception. Randy Moss had 156 touchdowns. T.O. had 153 touchdowns. T.O. averaged 4.9 receptions per game. And Randy Moss averaged 4.5 receptions per game. Receiving yards per game, T.O. had 72 receiving yards per game. And Randy Moss had 70 yards per game. They stats are so identical. So let's just go and get into it and how I feel about this. First of all, Randy Moss, man. Randy Moss changed the game. Like he was the man. Like the term "you got mossed." That's how cold. When your last name becomes a verb, a slang word, and it's a verb for somebody getting caught on, then you a beast, man. You the man. But hey, they say Jerry Rice is the GOAT. And you ain't never heard nobody say you got riced. So a lot of people say that Randy Moss is better than T.O. off the simple fact of people saying you got mossed, and that's just, you can't use that. Because the reason why people use the term "you got mossed" is the one thing that Randy Moss was known most for is for catching the deep ball over people. The dude was like tall, fast, could jump out this world. Him and Jason Williams, White Chocolate, was teammates in basketball. Randy Moss was a beast. In the younger years, people don't remember Randy Moss used to take a few screens to the house too. He used to catch a screen here and there, and he'll take it to the house for about 50 yards. When Randy Moss was in his prime and he was balling out, he was just one of the fastest guys on the field. Well, he was the fastest guy on the field. So if y'all pick Randy Moss over T.O., I could completely understand, because look at the numbers. Both of them Hall of Famers. Numbers are very similar. Randy Moss was unguardable. You couldn't keep up with him, and if you could keep up with him, you couldn't jump with him. He was just special. He was just special, man. He was a special player. Had one of the greatest rookie seasons at wide receiver any rookie has ever had. I think it's still the record. I want to say it's still the record of how many touchdown catches he had that year. Randy Moss was just the man. But the thing that I don't like about Randy is I play when I want to play. Which some people say that, we took that the wrong way when he said it. But at the same time, I just ain't like how it sound. Wouldn't like my players saying stuff like that. But, T.O. ain't T.O. Yeah, everybody know T.O. don't have such a clean record when it comes to saying stuff in public either. But one thing you can't question about T.O. is his effort. But Randy Moss wasn't the most blocking receiver. He wasn't. He didn't have the biggest, route tree. For the most time, they just sending Randy deep. They just sending him to go get it. But even at that, he was still great for many years. I mean, everybody knew what he was gonna do. That's when you know you're a bad boy. When everybody know what you're gonna do and you still do it. I mean, you just a bad boy when you do stuff like that. But if y'all can tell by how I'm talking, I'm leaning towards I would rather have T.O. I would rather have T.O. Now, I know T.O. locker room wise is a bad guy at times. But Randy wasn't an angel either. I mean, it took getting to New England to have Randy kind of calm down, And I believe if T.O. would have went to New England, he would have shut his mouth too. And Randy still had a couple of moments in New England that wasn't patriot like with the cafeteria incident and stuff like that. But the reason why I picked T.O. over Randy Moss, if I had a team and I was to pick a player, is because you don't have to question T.O.'s effort. Every play T.O. touches that field, he was giving it 120%. Not only could he get the deep ball and burn you for a long touchdown, but when you gave T.O. a pass, a little slant, a little screen, once he get that ball in the open field, that man was pretty much a running back. And them DBs could not tackle him. He was too strong, too big, and he had the speed to outrun everybody. Another reason why I would pick T.O. over Moss is that Super Bowl game, man. Look at that Super Bowl game. T.O. had a screw in his leg that he just hurt 4 or 5 weeks before the Super Bowl. A screw. He just had surgery. Like 6 weeks before the Super Bowl. And he came back. He had to sign a agreement saying that if he went out there and got hurt, then it wasn't the Philadelphia Eagles' fault. He wasn't even medically cleared to play that game. And he played anyway. Not only did he play, but I think he had about 9 catches and 100 or something yards in that game, man. The dude had heart, and he just gave it his all. And I just like him. And if you pick Randy, you can't go wrong with Randy, man, because Randy is one of a kind. But if you just look at T.O. highlights and look what T.O. did, plus he was blocking downfield. T.O. was doing, what I'm saying is, if you look at it, it take a certain type of quarterback to get Randy the ball because Randy runs one thing, pretty much. You got to have somebody that can throw that deep ball for him to go get. With T.O., how hard it is to hit a guy on a wide open slant. When he didn't put a move on somebody so bad, he just wide open on the slant. Or you can't get him to the go. Or you can get him, like, T.O. can run every route. That's the only thing, that's the main reason why I would pick T.O. over Randy. T.O. got way more routes than Randy do, as far as like his combination of routes. I just like him over Randy. And Randy is the beast. Like Randy Moss, I mean, them guys could easily be 1-2 greatest of my generation of receivers. 1 or 2. And you couldn't be wrong if you put either or at 1 or 2. You couldn't argue with that. But I just rather have T.O. I think T.O. is a more complete receiver. I mean, he's just more complete. I would want a receiver that's out there blocking. They can run every route. They can do everything that a receiver needs to do. And you know, Randy was known for a couple of times to take a few plays off. T.O. didn't do that. Another reason, if you look at both of their later years in their career, when Randy was with like San Francisco and Tennessee and stuff like that, Randy production went down. When T.O. was in his later years, Buffalo and Cincinnati, T.O. was still producing. T.O. had 1,000 in Buffalo. In Buffalo. And he was on his way to 1,000 in Cincinnati till he got hurt. And he would have been on the team again that next year if it wasn't for his past as far as locker room troubles. So I'm picking T.O., man. But anyway, I just wanted to share how I feel about that conversation right there. I kind of like talking about a player versus a player if I had a team like that. So, man, y'all know I do the mailbag questions where you ask about any question about any player or any team in the NFL or college. But if y'all want me to do another video about a player versus a player who I think I would rather be on my team and stuff like that, hit me up on Instagram, what's the B word 52. Hit me up on Facebook, what's the B word, and hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. Cause I kind of like doing it. I mean, you know, I love talking about the up to date stuff, but I love talking about the old stuff too, man. Because you know, the old stuff was it was good days, man. It was good football back then too. So y'all just hit me up if y'all want me to do like a top 5 running backs of all time, top 10 running backs of all time, anything like that, man. Y'all just hit me up in the inbox. Make sure y'all drop in the comment section too how y'all feel about how I said about the two guys, and who would you rather have? Would you rather have T.O. or would you rather have Moss? But either answer isn't wrong, man. You couldn't go wrong with either one of them. Both of them was legends. Both of them in the Hall of Fame. Both of them were beasts. But anyway, I'm Anthony Addison, man. I'm finna get ready to watch this LA Lakers game. So I'm going to see y'all tomorrow after the 2 games tomorrow. So y'all just make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, y'all. And I'm out.